Social Security is one of the most important retirement tools.
But are we using it to its full potential?
You know, the wrong decision could cost you thousands.
Find out how to make the most of it next.
Retirement is more than a destination. It's a journey that starts with a dream, a vision for the way you want to live, recharge, and give back. To get there, you need a plan to reach your retirement goals. Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors has the strategies you need to plan for income, taxes, healthcare, and more. For years, Gary has been helping families plan for a successful retirement. Welcome to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage.
It's great to be back with you. Gary, how are you?
I'm doing great.
All right, big topic today, Social Security. When people are coming to you about this topic, this very big decision that we have to make, what are the main concerns they're bringing to the table?
Well, a lot of them are asking, like, is Social Security going to be there for me, right? A lot of people are worried that Social Security is going to run out of money and they're not going to have benefits in the future. I get a lot of them asking about, when's the best time to file for Social Security benefits? I hear you should start them as early as possible at age 62. And then I hear you should wait till you're age 70. So there's a lot of confusion. Or maybe I should wait till I'm 67 and a half, whatever that number is. So they really just haven't sat with anybody to look at those numbers. Most people don't even know where to go to find out how to see what their Social Security benefits are. Right. So I know there's a lot of confusions out there, and it's a big decision, because once you make that decision, like, that's pretty much it.
One and done.
Right? Yeah.
Pretty much. There is a big difference with the timing, though. How does that? What could that affect? Whether I do it earlier, whether I do it later, there's differences for that.
Yeah, there is. So if you activate it early, then you're probably going to get reduced benefits. So if you started at age 62, you're not going to get as much as you would at 70. So if you do start delaying it to age 70, it grows about 8% every year you delay it, right? So there's good strategies on waiting till your age 70s, and there's great strategies and things you need to do to start at age 62. A lot of that has to do with, like, health, right? So how healthy are you, right? Are you married? Are you single? What's your income look like? So there's a lot of things you need to look at other than just picking a number and saying, hey, that's what I'm going to take now on Social Security, and that's it for me.
And I want to go back to the very first part that we were talking about, where it's changing all the time. I think there was, the year was changing, when this was going to happen, and then how it's going to, they're going to be gone completely, or no, it's just going to be the percentage. How do we know what to believe when there's all this noise outside around us?
Call me.
There you go.
Yeah, so we follow up with this stuff all the time, and they're always changing it. Just like, some years you're going to have great raises on COLA, the cost of living adjustments on Social Security benefits, and then some years you're like, oh, I didn't get much of a raise, and then my Medicare went up at the ssame time, right? So, really what I look at is, like, what your Social Security benefits are going to be. You go to ssa.gov. It's really going to show me what those numbers are, what they are at age 62, what they are at age 67, what they are at 70. And then we can start putting a plan together and kind of show you, based on your needs, not what everybody else is doing or your neighbor or your friends told you when's the best time to file. It's really like, what your income looks like now. How much income do you need? And then kind of forecast this out and find out what's the best strategy to file for the benefits at the right time for you.
This is really where an advisor does come in. Like you said, call you, because here are some statistics. I'm going to throw these out to you. Okay. 67 million Americans do receive these benefits. 55%, more than half, say they don't know much about Social Security. 46% worry about maximizing their Social Security income, and only 39% of Americans say they have a strategy for how they will take these benefits. So these are some big statistics. I know a lot of times we don't like to get wrapped up in numbers here on the show too much, but certainly that's got to be sort of a telling display of numbers for you today.
It is, yeah. And a lot of people are confused about it, right? And the problem is, too, you can't just call Social Security Administration up and ask them about when's the best time for you to file for benefits, right? You kind of just have like one sheet to kind of go on. And you're like, okay, I don't know what to do. But yeah, so a lot of people are confused about Social Security benefits. We educate people about that. There's really believe it or not, it's like 500 different ways to file.
Say that one more time, because I think sometimes when that statistic is thrown out there, 500.
500, right?
Different ways.
File and suspend, file this way, take a spousal benefit. Sometimes we file on somebody's ex, right? They don't know they can file for their ex's benefits.
If you're married a certain amount of years, right? Okay,
yep,
10 years.
10 years, yeah. So we'll find out what his or her Social Security benefits were. And they're like, are they going to know? Are they going to get their benefits reduced? Because I'm okay with it if my ex's benefits get reduced. We have great conversations in the office, but no, you're going to probably get half of their benefits and theirs are not reduced, and it might be higher than what yours were going to be and filing at age 67. So that's what I'm saying. You got to kind of look at all these numbers and find out what's the best strategy and what's best for you. Right?
Is it any wonder we get paralyzed with something like this? So much of what we talk about here on the show with these decisions we have to make in retirement, people do sort of get analysis paralysis type feeling, but Social Security for sure, I can imagine people just stop in their tracks because they don't know how to move forward.
Right. Yeah. And it's basically like your pension you're going to have for the rest of your life too, right? So we work with a lot of people that get pension funds and when they should activate that. Same thing with Social Security too. So this is something you're going to have, every month for the rest of your life. So you want to make sure you're making the right decision because, this is your future, right? And you don't necessarily want to file too early because, you might leave your spouse less benefits, because they're going to get the higher of the two. So, typically, like if the husband files too early, then when the spouse inherits those benefits, she might get less than what should have, and we should have delayed those or what. But yeah, there's all kinds of numbers that we have to plug in it. That's what I love doing. It's planning, right? And we can just play with those numbers, and then once they finally see it and they're educated, and then they can make an educated decision on when they should actually file for their benefits, they feel much better, right? Just more confident going into retirement.
It's like we've said over and over, meet with an advisor. I know your team is doing this every single day with clients that are coming through the doors, new clients that have never worked with anyone before. It's a great opportunity to learn a little bit more. We're just getting started, so there's much more to come. Stick around, Gary. Up next, should you delay your benefits or take them early? We'll continue that conversation, and we'll see which option could be right for you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
In life, it's good to know what you have to work with. Knowing how many nails you have before building that birdhouse. Knowing how much sugar you have before starting to bake the cake. But do you know how much income you'll be able to count on in retirement? Retirement savings are one thing, but knowing how those savings can turn into income is another. Are you confident you know what your retirement income will look like? Call our team and get a free income analysis today. We can show you what you might expect for income in retirement. Find out now so you won't have to wonder later. Call for your free analysis today.
You've heard it before. Measure twice, cut once. When it matters most, it pays to take that second look. What about your retirement? When creating a plan to help increase your spending power, reduce taxes, build a legacy, and create income you can't outlive, another set of eyes might be your sharpest move. Take advantage of our free second opinion service. We'll see what you have and tell you what you might be missing, all at no cost to you. Reach out now for yours today.
They say knowledge is power. Whatever you're doing, whatever your goals are, you'll probably never say you know too much. The same is true with retirement. The more you know, the more prepared you'll be for everything in store. And we've made it easy to get started. This free offer is packed with knowledge to help answer some of retirement's biggest questions. It's our gift to you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Act now and claim your free offer today.
More is usually better, but not when it comes to taxes in retirement. Tax rates might seem high right now, but these could be the lowest rates you ever see again. Think how that could impact your retirement. The good news is there are strategies you can take advantage of now to help lower your tax bill later and help get the most out of what you've saved for retirement. But don't delay. Time is limited and rates could rise soon. So act now to get your free tax analysis. Help uncover hidden savings and optimize your income in retirement. Take action and claim your free tax analysis now.
Welcome back, everyone. Joined once again by Gary Marriage. We're talking Social Security. It's such a big decision, and I want to spend a little bit more time talking about timing because I really think we could reiterate this all day long, and sometimes it just doesn't click for us until we are in it, and sometimes that's a little late. Okay, so delaying Social Security, let's talk about that first and what that could potentially mean if we decide to delay it. And is that the best decision?
It could be.
Yeah.
right? And so every year you're delaying Social Security benefits, it's increasing by about 8% every year. So if you just download your statements, again, go to ssa.gov, you'll see those three numbers. You'll see what it is at age 62, what it is at 67, and what it is at 70. And you'll see those numbers increase. And you can calculate that, and it's about 8% every year. So obviously everybody likes the higher number, but a lot of people just, they feel like they don't want to wait that long because the government's running out of money and I need income now. I want to retire as soon as I can, so I'm just going to file for the first one and get it. And that may not be the best strategy for you because you're reducing your future income that you're going to need in the future. And I don't know if everybody else is like me. Obviously, everything is going up right now, right? Everything's costing more and more. So it may make sense to take income from something else that's not growing at 8% every year, right? Most checking accounts and most savings accounts right now, as airing of the show, are not making 8% a year right now. So maybe you want to take income from those buckets until you get to age 70 and file for Social Security benefits. And you'll find out your money lasts a lot longer that way too, right?
It's true. Some of us can just kind of block that Social Security payment out and just let it be in the background. We don't have to think about it. Others rely so heavily on it. So it truly is an individual decision, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So, and I've seen it affect people, differently too, because sometimes they'll file too early and their spouse is still working and they have a great job, right? They may be making a couple $100,000 a year. All they did was just now they're paying out so much of that Social Security benefits and taxes, right? So like up to 85% of it can be taxed. So they're like, oh, I made a big mistake a couple years ago. Maybe I could just shut it off and then I'll just wait again until I'm 70. I'm like, no, you can't really do that now. You used to be able to, you could go back for one period of year.
I was going to say, you have a window, right? You have
like 12 months.
One chance. Okay.
Yeah, so you could go back and you'll pay back all the money that the Social Security paid you, right? And then you can restart it later. But, in this case, they went a couple years, so they couldn't really go back. So, that's why I think it's imperative, like you've got to sit down with somebody that knows this stuff inside and out and really put it for you. Like we have 80-inch TV screens in our offices, right? I'm very visual.
It's right there in front of you.
It is, yeah. So we're looking at the screen and we're showing the benefits and we're showing how it affects their retirement going forward and fast forward their life. Let's make all the mistakes doing the planning, right? Doing the software, showing you how we're illustrating this stuff. Let's do it all there before you do it in real life.
Do you have a lot of people who have this mentality that because they want to claim early, it's based off of the fact that their family didn't live very long, and this whole longevity thing doesn't matter to their family because, and so they want to use that money. And there's some sense to that as well.
There is, and I've got people that want to activate it early because they want to invest it, right? Because the stock market's doing really good.
Take it to another place.
I want to take that money out now and just put it over in the stock market and grow it, right? The government's running out of money, or my neighbor told me I should start this, or my friend, at the golf course told me,
water cooler,
better start it quick, at age 62 and get that money now while you got it affected. But sometimes, people don't have the greatest health, and we're like, yeah, you probably should activate this early right now. So again, everybody's different, right? My job would be so easy if everybody was exactly the same. It would be so boring, right? I don't get to build a plan. I don't get to design something for them. And I like kind of moving those numbers around and just showing just how long the money lasts and how much better it'll be for retirement. Because, retirement, like every day is Saturday for the rest of your life, man. I just want to make sure that, these people are covered and good. And let's make the right decision on Social Security, for you, not just what everybody else is doing and what you're hearing about on the tabloids and TV, like government's running out of money and all this stuff. Just hey, let's look at this, because I haven't had anybody have any problems with their benefits.
Think how boring your job would be if you had a crystal ball though too. Everything would just be so clear.
It'd be good for stock tips.
It'd be good for stock tips. Yeah. It sure would. We have just a couple minutes left here, Gary, and I think you've sprinkled this in as you do and as you should, but just this value of working with a financial advisor, specifically when we talk about a decision like Social Security, and not that every decision that you make with someone about their Social Security is going to maybe turn out exactly that's best for them, but how are you weaving Social Security into that overall comprehensive plan with your clients every single day?
Well, it depends on what they want to do in retirement, where they are at that point when they're coming in and seeing me in the office, or we're doing it on Zoom, right? I do a lot of Zoom appointments now too. So it's like, okay, what's your goals? What's your intentions? Are you both working? When is your spouse going to retire? Or is it just you, right? What's your plans for retirement? I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to go see the grandkids. I want to go do all these fun things. Then I have some people that are like, I just want to watch the grass grow, and I don't want to wake up to an alarm clock ever
They've
again.
traveled for their work. They don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, they're done. So everybody's kind of different. So we're just laying out that plan and then fast forwarding their future and showing you, like, here's what your income, sources are going to come from. Here's how much it's going to grow with cost of living adjustments. Here's inflation that's affecting that. Here's some average rates of return in the market. Just kind of fast forwarding everything and just showing them, like, hey, if we do it this way, you should be fine. It should be good the rest of your life.
And as you've worked throughout these years, you've got all these tools that now help you out with this. And so, like you said, that combined with the big screen TV, which who knew that these big screen TVs years ago when they came out, the value that
were
they would
thousands
have.
of dollars.
Right?
Now
Now a
they're
couple $100, you
yeah.
can tell people what they can do with their futures right there on the big wall.
Yeah, and I find that it works too, because like I said, I'm visual and a lot of people are too, so we can actually see it and we're designing the plan and we're doing it a lot of times in conference rooms or on Zoom too. They can see it on the screen and show how we're changing things. And they're like, well, what if you do this? What if we do that? So now they're helping me kind of build it. And it's like building a house together. Right? If some people have built houses and they want to make changes to the kitchen or the bath or whatever, you can do the same thing in the retirement and just go, oh man, this looks really good. That's the plan we want to go with.
It's a great analogy, and it's very interactive, and it makes them feel a part of the process.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we've done well budgeting. We don't want to release that power, but I like that approach.
I want them a part of the process because it's their money, right? It's their retirement.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Straight ahead, Gary takes on this week's Retirement IQ. I love this segment. There's some great questions. And later, we'll wrap up with a checklist challenge. You won't want to miss it. Stay with us.
They say knowledge is power. Whatever you're doing, whatever your goals are, you'll probably never say you know too much. The same is true with retirement. The more you know, the more prepared you'll be for everything in store. And we've made it easy to get started. This free offer is packed with knowledge to help answer some of retirement's biggest questions. It's our gift to you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Act now and claim your free offer today.
More is usually better, but not when it comes to taxes in retirement. Tax rates might seem high right now, but these could be the lowest rates you ever see again. Think how that could impact your retirement. The good news is there are strategies you can take advantage of now to help lower your tax bill later and help get the most out of what you've saved for retirement. But don't delay. Time is limited and rates could rise soon. So act now to get your free tax analysis. Help uncover hidden savings and optimize your income in retirement. Take action and claim your free tax analysis now.
In life, it's good to know what you have to work with. Knowing how many nails you have before building that birdhouse. Knowing how much sugar you have before starting to bake the cake. But do you know how much income you'll be able to count on in retirement? Retirement savings are one thing, but knowing how those savings can turn into income is another. Are you confident you know what your retirement income will look like? Call our team and get a free income analysis today. We can show you what you might expect for income in retirement. Find out now so you won't have to wonder later. Call for your free analysis today.
You've heard it before. Measure twice, cut once. When it matters most, it pays to take that second look. What about your retirement? When creating a plan to help increase your spending power, reduce taxes, build a legacy, and create income you can't outlive, another set of eyes might be your sharpest move. Take advantage of our free second opinion service. We'll see what you have and tell you what you might be missing, all at no cost to you. Reach out now for yours today.
Time now for one of our very favorite segments here on our show. I've got the questions. We'll see if Gary has the answers. You ready for this?
Oh boy, let's go.
A little more enthusiasm would be great. Okay. All right.
You like to stump me a lot. So,
and there is quite an eclectic difference in some of these questions. I guess this is an eclectic grouping is what I should say.
All right.
But we'll get to that in a minute. What percentage of Americans age 65 or older will need long-term care at some point in their life? And this is from the Center for Retirement Research in Boston. And here's your options: 22%, 46%, 80%, or 93%. This is probably, I don't know, I would think you would have like right away on this one.
Well, it used to be like half, and now the number's like increasing a lot because people are living longer now too. So there was one that was like 70%. I'll try that one, like higher 70%.
80% was like where you maybe, because I went from like 46, so 80% is actually the answer to this one. And that's that's a telling number for sure.
Yeah, because again, everybody's living longer now, and then people are needing help though too. We see it all the time. We've had people that, clients we've had for years, and all of a sudden, things happen like dementia, Alzheimer's, things. It affected my family. So I have a lot of experience with that too, but it's expensive. Long-term care is.
Things that we don't often see coming. We can feel as healthy as we want, and then just a curveball comes and it happens. Okay. All right. Here's where the eclectic part comes in. True or false? Willie Nelson released an album purely to cover his tax debts. True or false?
That's true.
I was going to say, how could you not get this one right?
That's awesome. And then hopefully you didn't make too much, because then you have to pay more taxes all over again the following year and stuff too.
It was called the IRS Tapes, 25 Fascinating Facts.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember the album. But yeah, I did hear about that, several years ago. So check that out. That's pretty cool.
Willie Nelson but you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
He's a character.
Keep
going, Willie.
I know, no kidding. All right, here's another one. Nearly half of baby boomers want to continue working after 65, mainly because they enjoy their work. And so this is a true or false as well. And there's kind of a percentage in here.
That's true.
Too.
At least with my clients. Is that number right? Is that right?
It is true.
Okay.
What do you think the percentage is?
Well, I just have a lot of people that after they retire, they get bored. And they're like, I miss, working with people or things.
It's their identity.
I guess it is. And then, I have some people that are very well successfully, but then they're going to go work at like Home Depot or Lowe's because now they get a discount, right? And then they're just working with people and,
Well, sometimes you do that because that's been like your hobby or like a dream that you've had, but yet you knew it wasn't going to sustain you during your working years. And so you can go do that.
And some of my clients' spouses are like, yeah, he's fine. Go ahead and let him go to work.
I was going to say,
go ahead.
Generally the wives are okay with that. Yeah, that whole idea of getting another job. Yeah, 47%. I don't know if I gave that statistic, but that is almost half. So that's a pretty telling statistic. Okay, what percentage, here's another fun one. What percentage of pet owners designate a guardianship of their pets in their will? Okay, here are the percentages. We've got 42%, 77%, 96%, or 13%. Do you have pets, Gary? You have a dog, right?
Yeah, I have a ranch too.
I
know, some of those are pets too, like goats.
Of course they are, yeah.
Chickens and cows and all that too.
They mean something.
Yeah, donkeys are like miniature donkeys. Those are pets. So I'm gonna guess probably a little more than half, because we do a lot of estate planning too. And so it's not just much like how much you want to leave to the kids or family, but you have another, family member there, the little shorter one or something too. And like, oh yes, I forgot, Kiki, you got to make sure Kiki's going to get taken care of as well.
Rover, Kiki, whatever. Yeah, more than half for sure, 77%.
Wow,
that is a lot.
That's a good number, yeah. I'm glad people are making sure they're taking care of their pets.
Absolutely. This is, I don't think it's going to come as a shock to a lot of our viewers, though. I think they're all out there going, wait, if it's not in the will right now, we need to get Kiki in there.
Some of them love Kiki more than the kids. It's just how it works, right?
I mean, that's just how it works sometimes. Yeah. All right. Well, this was great. You did great.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. Don't go away. Coming up next, Gary shares 3 simple steps you can take away today to make the most of your Social Security. We'll be right back.
More is usually better, but not when it comes to taxes and retirement. Tax rates might seem high right now, but these could be the lowest rates you ever see again. Think how that could impact your retirement. The good news is there are strategies you can take advantage of now to help lower your tax bill later and help get the most out of what you've saved for retirement. But don't delay. Time is limited and rates could rise soon. So act now to get your free tax analysis. Help uncover hidden savings and optimize your income in retirement. Take action and claim your free tax analysis now.
In life, it's good to know what you have to work with. Knowing how many nails you have before building that birdhouse. Knowing how much sugar you have before starting to bake the cake. But do you know how much income you'll be able to count on in retirement? Retirement savings are one thing, but knowing how those savings can turn into income is another. Are you confident you know what your retirement income will look like? Call our team and get a free income analysis today. We can show you what you might expect for income in retirement. Find out now so you won't have to wonder later. Call for your free analysis today.
They say knowledge is power. Whatever you're doing, whatever your goals are, you'll probably never say you know too much. The same is true with retirement. The more you know, the more prepared you'll be. for everything in store. And we've made it easy to get started. This free offer is packed with knowledge to help answer some of retirement's biggest questions. It's our gift to you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Act now and claim your free offer today.
Thanks for joining us today on Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage. It's been a great show, and we want to wrap it up now with 3 simple steps that you can take with you to help you better understand Social Security and really grasp what's the most important thing to take away. So this is our checklist challenge, and you've got the floor.
Yeah, so basically it's 3 things, right? So 3 things that I'm gonna need from somebody, and everybody else is gonna need too, to just find out what's the best for you. All right, so number 1 is to know your numbers, okay? We need to know what you're gonna get for Social Security at certain ages. So if you haven't already, download your statement, go to ssa.gov. That's where you're gonna download your statement. It's gonna show you where you're gonna get age 62, what you're gonna get age 67, and what you'll get at 70, okay? So those are the numbers that we need to look at to help you forecast and put a plan together for you, okay? Number 2, all right, is making sure that you don't make bad decisions on filing, okay? Don't just listen to your neighbor or do things on Google to find out when's the best for you to file for your Social Security benefits without actually getting a plan in place, okay? And like strategizing this thing out and forecasting it to make sure what's right for you, okay? And then number 3, sit down with an advisor. Sit down with somebody that actually knows how to do Social Security planning. Because if we talked about before, there's over 500 ways to file for Social Security benefits, okay? How are you gonna find all that on Google, okay? I know it's confusing that's out there, but that's the things we're gonna need to make sure that you're gonna get the best for Social Security, what's best for you, to make sure that your retirement's gonna last for as long as you need it, and just really give you that confidence to go out and spend your money and have a good retirement.
Every time we do this show together, Gary, I think about what topic probably could make our heads spin more. You know, that's where my brain goes sometimes. I'm like, what? I wonder if our viewers really took this one away in a clear crystal ball type feeling. But this one, I do think, I know a lot of people who have done so well with their budgeting, whether they like that word or not, budget. We don't like to use that word sometimes. But then they get to this stage and this decision of Social Security comes out. So the value that you bring to us as an advisor, you and your team, I think is something that we really want to have our viewers take away from our show today. Would you say?
Yeah, I do. And I always ask them after we talk to them too. I'm like, how do you feel now about after meeting with us, you know, and going through this? And they're like, I wish I'd have done this sooner. You know, I've been stressing about Social Security and when we're going to file and, you know, trying to figure it out. And I've been going on Google and calling neighbors and friends and talking to people and just like, I don't know what to do. And had I known, I could have just sat with you for 30 minutes and like, I feel so relieved. I don't have like the anxiety. I'm not, you know, I'm going to sleep so good tonight, you know, and that's what I love.
There you go. See, I'm going to sleep good. We love that. And that comment about Google cracks me up too, because how often do you have somebody come into the office and they say, why? I Googled this, but this says this.
Well, the new one's ChatGPT now,
too. There you go.
Right?
I was going to go to that next.
Hey, ChatGPT, when should I file for my Social Security benefits? Like, there we go.
I mean, ChatGPT does a great job decorating my house sometimes, Gary, but I'm guessing you're doing a little better when it comes to helping with those decisions.
I think so, that's for sure.
All right. Well, this has been a great show, a really important one. So thank you so much for your time today. Now, you can see the number right there on your screen. Today is the day to take control of this benefit you've been working for your entire life. And it starts with a call to Gary Marriage and his team at Nature Coast Financial Advisors. For Gary and the team, I'm Amy Sharp. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you right back here next time.